Public service as a preventive public relations. Public service programs are expressions of organizations' concern for societal problems and needs. So the public relations responsibility for organization engaged in public service program is normally that of creator and implementer. So this role calls for the handling of strategy and planning, research, program design, civic participation, government and education liaison, meetings and events, media placements and relations, preparation of print, audio and visual materials, interview and a news conference. Some public service programs spring out of the crisis or an emergency from the criticism of an organization's doings or from the public clamor. So, as in conversation of the endangered species. So, increasingly, public service programs have not waited for the problems to arise. Say they have been devised to head off the difficulties posed by the protest, confrontations, or increased governmental regulations. So, public service programs are seen as a practical means of demonstrating socially responsible behavior, gaining trust for good deeds, building customer or clients' goodwill, or building working relationship with the constituencies of the public officials, investor, members, donors, or voters. So, for the successful enterprise and the institutions, the attitude is that public service programs and expenditures are more important to earn the public approval. So, practical matter, management normally places two requisites on a public service program. So, a program must fit logically into the mission, the objectives of the timetable, and the field of the endeavor in which organization has expertise. So, a program must fit logically into the mission, the objectives, the timetable, and the field of the endeavor in which the organizational has its expertise. So, there must be an identifiable, measurable benefit to the organization as well as to the public groups or a noble purpose involved and affected people. Special interest, citizens in a democratic society tend to band together in polarized common interest groups such as labor unions of manufacturers association or conservationist. So the people feel that collectively on a given issue, their voices and their votes can get the attention needed to favorably influence a decision. So, the United States, more than any other free nation, has become the world's prime example of what happens both good and bad. So, when the democratic process is carried on extreme, the nation has become functionalized to a point where a decision process is to be uh, hobbled by a host of single issue champions, protesters, and many people. Like public issues, functionalization has generated such as a severe confrontation that reconciliation becomes impossible. So, the practice of the public relations historically and now is deeply involved in helping uh, factions to have their voices and heard, and their influence is felt on behalf of their particular special interests. So, in representing competing or opposing factions, practitioners face off against each other, much as lawyers do in lawsuit, of course. So, the justification, if any, is needed is simply that each faction is the eyes of its sponsor and its beneficiaries holds that its a view or needs to do. So, in fact, serve the best interest of all the. So, in representing the competing or opposing factions, practitioners face off against each other much as a lawyer do in lawsuit. So, this freewheeling debate in the court of the public opinion or the marketplace of ideas is exactly what and for founding the fathers had in mind of their created. So, United States as the first true democracy over there. So importance of the compromise. Compromise teaches you to respect the other party even while defending your own point of view. So it teaches you eloquence as you make impassioned speeches to justify your cause. It teaches you to accept a partial defeat for a greater cause. So and helps you to hold your head up high even while admitting that you were wrong. So in order for people to work together, when they disagree, they might have to compromise. This means each person has to give up part of what he wants to her. Together can avoid conflict. So accomplishment things together and both feel satisfied. So compromise takes many forms. In order to maximize their success, most people probably find the need to become a compromise in different areas, such as in the workplace, in a relationship, or in other aspects of their personal lives. So by agreeing to not get everything you want and acknowledging the other person's desires, conflicts can be resolved. So this might take the form of negotiation in business meetings, sharing responsibilities with a spouse, or a juggling different commitments to make time for all the one's personal goals. So it also building a strong relationship. So to work as a team or a family, knowing how to compromise can be an invaluable skill. So it demonstrates your concern for the other person's needs and your willingness to meet some of these needs through the mutual cooperation. And compromise is also important for recognizing unhealthy compromises. Like although negotiations play an important role in working toward a common goal or a project with other people, so compromises can become unhealthy when they are undermine a personal beliefs and values. A person should not make a compromises that undermine your integrity. So having a trustworthy mediator can be important during a difficult negotiation.